We wait for the green flag. Joanne Coram of McCoy's has it in hand. We are racing here at Circuit of the Americas. Up the hill, Neil Verhagen leads the charge. Up and over those bumps. Foley able to slot in second. The fight is for the third and fourth positions. Further back, cars scrambling every which way, but so far clean and green.
Yeah, nice and clean there. Zach Veach was a little bit wide for the Racers Edge team. That bright red Acura at the tail end of the field there. So was Andy Lee in that bright orange and black Aston Martin. But up front, the two BMWs. Nice start there by Neil Verhagen. Robbie Foley looked like he's going to be on the attack from Colin Brown, but he slides back into that second position.
How about Andy Lee? He's looking awfully aggressive in the 511 sponsored Aston Martin from Flying Lizard. That's the one with the black and orange color scheme all over the back of the Corvette a few moments ago. At the front, though, it's all Neil Verhagen, the Connecticut native, leaving the New Jersey native, Robbie Foley. Then it's Colin Brown, and the leader in the pro class, Elliott Skier, sits in that
problems
fourth
here for
spot.
Brian Sellers. Damage, it looks like, to the right front corner.
And that looks like it's some serious damage as well. Sellers limping that car around, but to what extent is it damaged? Will he be able to get back to the pit lane? That remains to be seen. Let's look and see if we can figure out what happened here, Cal. Would be the
He's already
second
got
one.
problems. He's kind of deep in the pack there. You see him just going wide there through turn 11. There may have been contact earlier in the lap, but meanwhile, Andy Lee's had a quick spin down into the turn 12 brake zone, it looks like.
Oh, that's tough. Andy was really racy in the early stages of this one. That Flying Lizard team seems to have unlocked some pace potential with the Aston Martin platform, their first year running it at the GT3 level. But we stay green at the front of the field for now, and Foley has jumped Verhagen to take the lead of this race, on board with Neil Verhagen, who finds himself in second.
Two BMW contractor drivers leading this field. It was Verhagen on the pole that led the field up the hill and took the lead into turn 1, but may have been down into that brake zone into turn 12, possibly that Robbie Foley made the move.
Frantic opening lap comes to a close with Foley leading Verhagen, leading Brown, then Skier, Hinman, Milner, Sargent, Veach, Choxy, and Burton the top 10. Now that he's clear, Foley looks to be firmly in control, pulling out a gap. Verhagen looking vulnerable as Colin Brown looks aggressive. This is the change for the lead here, Cal.
Yeah, it looks like Rowley got a really good exit off of turn 11, got in the draft and was alongside Neil before they even turned into the corner. So then you see the little brush there with the Veach and Andy Lee going side by side through the turn 12 apex. Couldn't quite coexist, and Lee has a quick spin.
Samantha Tan looks wide, trying to make the long way round work here. Puts the bumper to Rothberg as well. She's not messing around here, Calvin. Samantha Tan wants another win.
She has to go because Kurtz is running lap times about 2 to 3 tenths of a second faster than these two BMWs. So he's got to get, oh, here we go. Now she opens the door, gets it down to the inside. Beautiful move by Samantha Tan and takes the lead.
Samantha Tan saw the gap, didn't think twice. She is through, and she leads race 2 at Circuit of the Americas. In the meantime, here comes the Pro Class battle for the lead, catching up to the top 2 in Pro-Am, led by Adelson with Udell hot on his heels.
Adelson has just done a great job, but now he's got to try and figure out, headlights are blazing right now. He wants to get by Justin Rothberg as quick as he can and not open up the door for Alec Udell. I think Kurtz has got enough pace to maybe get to the tail of that 29 car before we see the checkered flag this afternoon, with over 31 minutes still on the board.
Should also mention Philip Ellis on that alternate strategy. He's charged back up. He's to 9th. Augustini is to 12th, and both of those guys are running really quick laps at this stage in the race. They really need a yellow here in the final 30 minutes to get caught back up. Leader in Pro is caught second in Pro-Am. Let's see how Adelson elects to use this traffic. Remember, he's just 1 year removed from being the Am in a Pro-Am lineup too. Now he finds himself in a Pro seat. There's an extra layer of responsibility, especially when dealing with traffic like this, in order to deliver a result for the team.
Yeah, and he's used to multi-class racing, running in IMSA as well this year, coming off a brilliant podium run at WeatherTech Raceway just last weekend. So they're getting a ton of seat time. They're learning their craft. But Adelson having to get defensive. Here comes Udell, slips to the inside, not quite close enough, gives it up. Adelson really shallow on the attack there to that corner. Udell should get a better run off the corner. Rothberg hasn't gone away. He's kept Samantha Tan in his sights. Kurtz is continuing to cut really fast race laps.
Thrust, parry, riposte. It looks like a couple of fencers exchanging blows for the lead of the race in the pro class here at Circuit of the Americas, the number 120 Porsche. Car started by Elliott Skier. Now Adam Adelson behind the wheel. Tommy Milner started this Corvette. He's watching intently, trying to see if the young charge Alec Udell can find a gap, find an opening. Adelson found a gap. He's to the inside of Rothberg, and Udell right there trying to follow him through. He's to the side at least of the BMW, but will he be able to clear him coming to turn number 1?
Yeah, I think he was just a little circumspect there. I wasn't sure if he thought Rothberg was going to turn in, elected to not go with Adam Adelson. Now he clears him up the front straightaway, so I think Rothberg is just trying to settle back in here, recognizing there are two cars that are not running for the same class position. This is helping George Kurtz. Kurtz's last lap was almost a second faster than Justin Rothberg, and he's about 5 seconds back here, so there's plenty of time here for George Kurtz to get that CrowdStrike racing entry up one position. That's important for the points with the 38 car taking over the lead here yesterday with their win. Right there you can see it tuck to the inside, maybe trying to get some air on that splitter as well. Now he looks to the outside, bold move, tries to surprise Adam Adelson. They're side by side through the turn 19 apex. He gets the inside for turn 20.
Udell in prime position, trying to take the lead away from the Wright Motorsports driver, and he does. There's the celebration in the DXDT pit box, but guys, don't celebrate too soon. It's not done yet. Down the front straightaway, Adelson looking to counterattack. Udell right down the center of the road. Adelson lets it swing out wide. He'll look to cross over the Corvette driver at the exit of turn 1.
But Udell keeping it really neat and tidy. This is that moment when you need 100% focus and concentration just to hit your marks, not over push these corners and just try and escape his clutches here. And then you should have enough pace to kind of settle back in again.
Alec Udell has caught Samantha Tan. How much will she fight for this? This is for the overall lead, but not for class position. Udell really wants to get this done, and he has accomplished it quite quickly.
Oberlin goes down to the inside. I'm not sure he's got the message about that 3-second penalty on the race's edge machine.
Wow, that was a big move from Oberlin, and it gives him the spot on the road, at least temporarily. Mars, though, fighting back. All of this happening behind the battle for second and third in Pro-Am. This is for third and fourth in Pro on the road, but again, the red Acura still has a 3-second time penalty coming for track limits abuses post-race, which makes this a bit academic. Mars does edge back ahead of Oberlin. That brings Peterson up there too, but in the meantime, Alec Udell, the young man with a mechanical engineering degree who grew up idolizing the original engineer-turned-race car driver, comes across the line looking for the checkered flag, and Alec Udell, DXDT Racing, Tommy Milner, they win and sweep the weekend here at Sebring. Second place to Adam Adelson, and the win in Pro-Am to ST Racing. Neil Verhagen, Samantha Tan edging out that points advantage. Boy, oh boy, what a result there. And here comes this final battle for the podium spots. To the line, Rothberg holds off Kurtz. It's Mars heading home Oberlin, although that will swap positions with the penalty. And Peterson comes home 8th overall. Race results for race number 2. Alec Udell, Tommy Milner for DXDT Racing. They pick up the win for the second day in a row. Big result for this team representing Pratt Miller, Corvette, General Motors, and the like. Adam Adelson and Elliott Skier, look, the car that beat them, they're not really fighting for the points because they came in late in the season, so that's a good result for Skier and Adelson with a championship in mind. Samantha Tan and Neil Verhagen going from strength to strength. This is a pairing that when they debuted at VIR last year immediately made an impact, and they have not let up since.